You really think you know babies until you have a premature baby. Like, I never known a baby to be this fussy, this non sleepy. Like, usually babies are very sleepy, they sleep all day long. My baby takes cat naps and then it's just up for hours. And then a cat nap and up for hours. They say babies sleep like 16 hours a day. Not mine. He sleeps better during the day than he does at night. I give him that. Hold on. So, rising time on my hands, let's talk about my birth story. So, at around 33 weeks, I go in for my checkup and my blood pressure is sky high. They tell me that they send me out for monitoring at the hospital, and I'm at the hospital. I get monitored. We take a non-stress test, and we barely passed. They were going to get an ultrasound machine to make sure he was okay in there, and that's when he started to show the signs they wanted him to show. I guess when he moves, your when fetuses move, babies move in the womb, the heart rate goes up, and then it comes back down. When they move, go up. When they settle down, go back down. His was not doing that. His was literally just staying exactly the same, no fluctuations. It actually, some points was going down, and it was just not showing them what they wanted to see. So, I had another appointment 2 days later. They looked at him on ultrasound and told me that he was not growing correctly. So at this time, almost I'm almost 34 weeks, and he's measuring to be about 30 weeks. I was shocked because they told me in the beginning, I was going to have a huge baby. He was always measuring to be bigger than what they expected, I guess. So they're like, "Are you gonna have a big baby? Are you gonna have a big baby? Are you gonna have a big baby?" And then things changed. They tell me he's small. He was supposed to be he's 34 weeks, and he's measured to be 4 weeks less than that. So they keep me monitored. My blood pressure keeps going up. My blood pressure reached about 168 over 112, and they schedule for another ultrasound the following week. So at this point, I'm like, okay, well, we go to ultrasound. Everything still seems the same. He's mentioned to 30 weeks. He is fine. Other than that, my blood pressure is still pretty really high. But they're saying, oh, maybe you just carry small. This is your first child. We have nothing to compare him to. Okay, that's fine. So they scheduled me again for a few days after that, and now I'm at 35 weeks. So at 35 weeks and 4 days, I had an ultrasound. I went to the appointment. My blood pressure was sky high. It's like 178 over like 120. And they did an ultrasound. This time they were not going to see how much he weighed or how big he was. They was trying to check his heart, his brain, everything else like that. Sorry, backtrack to when I got my first non-stress test. I got 2 rounds of steroid shots because we thought like if things went bad, we would have to deliver him early. Back to my appointment day at 35 weeks and 4 days. They tell me, well, everything looks okay, but can you wait and sit in the waiting room? Your blood pressure's still pretty high. We want to see what's going on. Up until this day, I had done test after test after test to see why my blood pressure was high, and none of the tests came back to show why it was that high. So the doctor comes in, tells me, "Oh, we're delivering your baby today." I'm like, "Why?" He's like, because it's in your baby's best interest." But what's going on, doctor? It's in your baby's best interest. You should deliver your baby today. You should basically, I should just go with his medical advice and just deliver my baby today. No explanation, no nothing. So I'm like, no. I need you to talk to me. I need you to make me understand why we're delivering my baby almost early, this early. Backtrack one more time. Um, at 34 weeks, they told me they were going to wait until I'm 37 weeks. And around 36 weeks, we'll schedule a C-section or induction, whichever one came first, whichever one was safest at the time. So at 35 weeks and 4 days, he's telling me I'm having my baby today. I'm just like, oh, no, 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 no. I need more answers. I need some details. I need you to talk to me, doctor. Talk to me. So he sent me to the hospital where my original doctor is. So at my hospital, at my doctor's office, there's a round of doctors. You see every one of them, but you have a main doctor, and then the other doctors you also see, but you see your main doctor more than you see the other ones. So I get to the hospital where my doctor is. He's delivering babies for the next 2 days. So I'm there, and he tells me, I think he said I'm going there for monitoring. I get there, and they say, I need to settle in. I'm going to be here until I have my baby. I'm like, well, whatever floats your boat, but we're not having them today. So my doctor comes in and tells me that on the ultrasound, they saw decreased flow through the umbilical cord and the placenta, and was kind of worried about why my baby wasn't growing, first of all, and why he was having decreased flow from the blood from the umbilical cord and the placenta. So I'm like, what the heck? Is this why my baby is small? They're like, we don't know why the baby is small. We honestly, he could be 4 pounds and some ounces. He could be 2 pounds and some ounces. It's a pound, give or take. So at this point, I'm scared. My baby could come out 2 pounds and 3 ounces. My baby come out 4 pounds and 3 ounces. My baby come out anyway, we don't know. So I'm there. I call my family, I call his dad. I'm like, hey, we're having a baby. I don't know when. So they did more tests, and they came to the conclusion that I will have my baby today. It was the safest option because of the decreased flow from the umbilical cord and the placenta, and that he was so small, or he was going to be so small, and my blood pressure was so sky high that we didn't want to take it 2 more weeks. I agreed, and they told me that I was going to have him vaginally. So we're at the hospital. They're monitoring my baby, and he keeps disappearing, like gone. So the nurse came in and held my monitor on for hours. She was there just sitting there, holding it, come back, hold it some more, come back, hold it some more. And at this point, doctor's like, hey, we're showing decreased activity. I don't like it. If we don't get any kind of increasement or some variability in his activity, we will have to deliver the baby today, right now, via C-section. I'm like, hold on now. We move real fast. So he's like, hey, I'm going to give you some contractions, see how baby handles the contractions, and then we'll go from there. We do the contractions. He passed the contractions. He showed activity. He's good. He said, all right, I'm going to go home. I'll see you tomorrow. They started an induction. We did Cervidil. They put it up in there. I started to just relax myself. An hour later, they bum rushed my room. Everybody everywhere. They woke up Jordan. Hey, Jordan, get up. We're going to have a C-section. You have to get up. I'm sitting there like, hold on now. Why ain't saying that to me first? So come over to me, tell me, hey, sorry, can you backtrack one more time? So when he wasn't showing activity how they wanted him to, they asked me, can they put in my epidural stent? I think that's what it's called. I said, yeah, because I'm going to get the epidural regardless, because I don't think I'm not about that pain life. I throw up from a headache. I'm not about that pain life. So I get my epidural put in, no medication, just the epidural, just a little, placement of it. So when they rush in to prep me for C-section, they had me drink this nasty little spoiled lemon juice thing, and I'm sitting there crying. I'm like, oh, can my these plates be what's happening? I'm not understanding, it's moving so fast. They explained to me that they're not seeing any kind of activity from my baby. His heart rate is dropping here and there, and they don't like the dips. They don't know if it's that he's just so small that they cannot find him, or there's a the cord around his neck. They don't know what's going on at this point. And the best option is to get him out, especially because we're at 35 weeks and he's still 30 weeks. He's still measured to be 30 weeks. So we get into the operating room. They prep me, all kinds of stuff. And I'm scared, y'all. I even called my sister before I went in there. Was like, hey, if I die, you better save my life. You better save me, my baby's life. You better do everything you can. Tell them to do everything they can to save our lives. My sister, my cousin, my brother was on their way when I told them I was going into, they were going to put me into labor, or induce me. So, but they won't leave that morning because I had hours. This is survey that would take, I'll be there for almost 2 to 3 days trying to be induced before anything really magically happened. But now I'm getting a C-section. I called my sister, say, come right now. I'm about to die. I am getting a C-section. I felt like I was going to die, y'all. I know I'm over dramatic, but it felt like I was going to die. So my life flashed before my eyes and everything. Like, so we go back there. I had my baby. It was amazing. I was scared, but I heard this little cry. He was so small. He came out weighing 3 pounds and 3 ounces on the dot, where he was measuring weeks before. 3 pounds and 3 ounces. They took my baby, y'all, and it was the worst feeling ever. I felt so empty, so alone in the world. It's like a feeling I never thought I would feel that way. Just from a person I never met before. I saw this little boy and my heart melted. I just wanted to hold him. And when they told me I couldn't hold my baby, I was like, no, not my baby. Like, this is not how I'm supposed to go. Every expectation I had went out the window. Every plan I had went out the window. Everything I searched on Google went out the window. I did not search a C-section. I did not search my baby being small. I did not search none of that. None of that. I should have. You prepare for the unexpected. Be prepared for the unexpected. I didn't. Had me a perfect pregnancy. I was sick all the time. I was emotional all the time. I was always having me a healthy baby. He was healthy. He was skin and bones. Basically, my placenta had given up on my baby. My placenta was no longer working and was starving my baby from the inside out. Like, he was starving. He was hungry. He needed some food. He needed some love, some TLC immediately. If I would have waited those 2 extra weeks, my baby could have died. My baby could have died. I was not prepared for that. And I'm so happy that I went with my guts and what my family told me, what the doctors told me, to just go with it. Because if I would have left the hospital without a baby and knew I was never going to have a baby in my home, I would have been crushed. He stayed in the NICU for 2 weeks, and I was there every single day, multiple times, all day, every day. And I had a C-section. That shit was painful. But I got my ass the fuck up. I got my ass there to see my baby. I wasn't having it. So many things happened, but I don't want to make this video super long. But yeah, that was how it went. The big details. But there's more. There's more.